Hi everyone, my name is Ryan. I'm launching this channel to document my trip to South America and to regularly prove to my mom with updates that I haven't been stolen and sold into slavery or had my kidney stolen. This first episode will be based around what I'm packing, why I'm packing, and largely why I disagree with a lot of other channels on the topic of travel. First and foremost, I want to start by pointing out the obvious. I'm a larger guy, so that's the foundation of a lot of my disagreement with the other travel channels. They are all kind of starring people who are in a lot better shape than I, and there are different rules of travel for different people. A lot of the channels that I've gone to have shown people packing everything they're taking into a carry-on size bag. They say it's for convenience, and so they don't have to pay baggage fees, but most airlines that I've ever heard of, and any airline that I'm going to book, is going to include at least one bag of checked luggage, as well as a carry-on. So, right off the bat, there's no purpose for me to try to cram everything in, other than it would get me out of the airport a little faster, but I don't feel it's worth it in the sacrifice of comfort. The other complaint for why that has to be such a small bag is because of weight. Now, I'm a big guy, I've already stated. I'm not concerned about carrying an extra 10 to 15 pounds on my back because Lord knows I'm carrying a lot more than that around my midsection. So this is what I'm packing. My checked luggage will comprise of everything on the bed minus the Dr. Pepper, and will be stuffed into the camping backpack in the center rear. And the main reason I'm using it is because I already owned it. The more money you don't spend getting stuff to go on your trip, the more you can spend on the actual trip. Next to that, there's a small satchel, which is what I'll be using in my everyday carrying around. It's a little more comfortable than my backpack. It's not quite as large though, which is why I'm not using it as my carry-on, because it won't hold my camera case and my laptop at the same time. Down from that, I have five shirts. Below that are the socks. I always say carry a lot of socks, same with the underwear, which is right next to it, because you can get away with wearing a shirt more than once. You can definitely get away with wearing pants more than once, but socks and underwear kind of make or break your trip. If you got dirty socks, your feet are going to hurt more likely to get blistered, like you're just not going to be as comfortable. So always having clean socks is a good thing. Next, right in the corner between my socks and underwear, I have my toiletry kit. It has my razor, my shaving cream, soap, conditioner, shampoo, dental floss, toothpaste, everything you'd expect. Down towards this corner, I have a light jacket, raincoat kind of thing, with a microfiber cloth sitting on it. That will actually probably be in my pocket when I'm traveling because I wear glasses. And next to that I have slippers, just because I wear big heavy boots. Sometimes in the morning you're just going out to get breakfast, at the hotel or hostel. You don't want to put on big heavy boots, just slide those on. I'm not going to be at the beach. If I was, I'd be taking sandals, but I'm not. Next to that, just a journal. It's not my Dear Diary or anything. It's more like if I find some food I really like, I'll make a note so that I can come back and try to create it when I get stateside. Next to that, I have a heavy brown shirt. For if it's kind of chilly but not really wet. Even the best raincoats I find don't breathe. Sometimes I just rather wear cotton. A couple pairs of pants. I think that's 3. I'm a big guy that takes up a lot of space. Up from there is a towel. I'll be staying at a lot of hostels, which don't always provide towels, and if they do, they're not always for free. So having a towel on hand just saves me time and money, doesn't take up a lot of space, and doesn't weigh a lot. And above that, I have just a pair of lazy people lounge pants. Realistically, probably the most unneeded thing that I packed. But I checked the weather report. It's supposed to be chilly in some of the places that I'm going. Chilly not being one of the places that I'm going. Then finally there in the middle, one of the most important things I'm carrying is the power strip. If you're at a hostel, you're at a hotel, doesn't really matter where you are, there's almost never enough outlets. If you're traveling overseas, they're never the right kind of outlet. You know, you show up at a hotel in Vietnam, they're not going to have Western plugs. They're going to have Vietnamese plugs. So you get one adapter, you plug the power strip into the adapter, and you're good to go. And of course above that is bandana. It's just always kind of good to have one, wipe away sweat. I'm kind of clumsy, I'll probably cut myself at some point. I use that to just kind of wrap my hand up in when I cut myself. It's kind of inevitable, it will happen. And that's pretty much what I've packed. Plus, obviously, my carry-on, which will be in the brown bag in the upper right corner, consists mostly of my valuable items, the electronics, things I can't live without, like my sunglasses, because they're prescription, my charging cables, and just overall valuable items. Starting, like I said, with my sunglasses, right next to it I have my headphones. Just below it on the corner I have a Bluetooth speaker that I'm trying out, because I met a guy who had one of those while traveling once and it seemed pretty cool. I have a padlock to keep all my stuff safe in the hostel, which that could obviously be in my checked luggage. There's no reason for it to be in my carry-on, it just is. My laptop, my big power bank is that big white thing sitting there. My series of charging cables for my power bank, my cell phone, my camera, my Bluetooth speaker, and of course, like I said, my camera case over there to hold the camera that I'm filming this with, and my water bottle, which is neither expensive, electronic, nor particularly breakable, but has value so I don't have to buy a drink in the airport. The last piece of advice I can give when starting a trip is know the things that are going to stress you from the beginning. For example, I don't tend to sleep well the night before I go on a trip, and the one rule that's universal for everyone is you will forget something. I was convinced half of today that I'd forgotten to pack the power strip. Or during the drive down to where the airport is for me, I was questioning, did I remember the bandana? Usually you will forget small things. If you forget your passport, you're fucked. There's no way around that. I forgot the wall plug for my power cords. These nice little things that I took the time to show you, my great little power cords. Yeah, I forgot the wall plug for them. So, unless I want to spend the rest of my time charging those directly off of my laptop, which will take a long time, I now get to walk over to the gas station at whatever the hell time it is, 9:30 at night, and try to find a 2-amp charger. Otherwise, I'll be spending all my time using my power bank, which I also won't have the ability to charge. And I'd rather have that be full before I get on a plane tomorrow. Never mind, I only have travel time of about 10 hours to get down to Bogota. So, that's that. Just always remember you will forget something, that's why you carry extra cash. The old adage is half the clothing, twice the money when traveling, but I obviously went with plenty of clothing, and luckily I still have plenty of money, but for the amount of bag space that I have, that's not a lot of clothing. That'll all easily fit in there with a fair amount of space to spare. If I put it in, including the tripod that the camera is on right now, which is not going to fit in my carry-on, I will, in all likelihood, have the entire bottom section of my backpack completely open for souvenirs and random crap to bring back, which is good because I'll be bringing random stuff back. One of the other things that always bugged me about when I watch these people make travel videos and they have carry-ons is if you want to bring back booze, which in the United States you're allowed to bring back like the first 2 liters duty-free for spirits. And then it's different for wine, and it's different for a bunch of, for beer, etc. But if you have a carry-on, you can't take that in your carry-on. You're not allowed to take fluids. So, you wouldn't be able to take that. Or, I like to carry a small pocket knife with me. Not for, dangerous shit. If someone robs me, I'm giving them my wallet. And you guys probably will have to start seeing me off my cell phone because I'll give them my fucking camera too. I'm not getting stabbed. But I like to carry a small pocket knife, or, you know, if I get an orange I can score it, if I get an apple I can cut it. Just basic knife stuff. That's not high action. Can't put that in my carry-on. I get shot by the TSA. Just to kind of prove my point, here's my bag, fully packed. As you can see, the entire bottom compartment is empty. Everything is in the central compartment or the head, which the only thing in there is my raincoat because I want it easily accessible. One other exception is I put my slippers in the side compartment just because I didn't feel like wrestling them into the middle. They would have totally fit. This bag is still more or less fully cinched down. It's not at its expanded width. So I have the entire bottom for souvenirs. During my trip I'll likely have it divided. Dirty clothes in the bottom, clean clothes up top. And I went and got the little charger I needed to charge my phone. And my hat, I forgot to mention. Always have a hat. Even though that one looks kind of stupid on me. No hat looks good on my big head. Downside of just being a fat guy.